It wasn't supposed to happen this way. Anakin Skywalker had visited Chancellor Palpatine's office 1,000 times before. They'd talked about politics, about the war, about power. But tonight was different. Tonight, Palpatine was delayed in a Senate session, and Anakin waited alone. That's when he saw it. A faint red glow, pulsing from behind a wall panel. Curiosity pulled him forward. His hand moved on instinct, pressing the hidden switch. The panel slid open, and there it was, a Sith holocron, ancient, unmistakable. Anakin's heart pounded. His mind raced. Why would Palpatine have this? He reached out. The moment his fingers touched the cold surface, the holocron activated. A hologram flickered to life. Palpatine, cloaked in shadow, speaking to Count Dooku. His voice was different, colder. Commanding, execute the Jedi purge when I give the order, my apprentice. The clones will obey without question. Anakin stumbled back, his breath caught in his chest. No, it can't be. But the evidence was right there. Palpatine was Sidious, the Sith Lord they'd been hunting for years, the mastermind behind the war, behind everything. Anakin's hands trembled. Rage and betrayal twisted inside him like a storm. Palpatine had been grooming him, manipulating him, and he'd trusted him completely. The door hissed open. Anakin spun around. Palpatine stood in the doorway, his eyes locking onto the open panel, then onto Anakin. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The air grew heavy. Dangerous. Then Palpatine smiled. Not the warm, fatherly smile Anakin knew. This one was cold. Calculated. So, Palpatine said softly, stepping inside. You know. Anakin ignited his lightsaber. Everything was about to change. The blue blade hummed between them. Palpatine didn't flinch. He simply raised his hands, calm and unbothered, like a father reasoning with a confused son. Anakin, he said gently, lower your weapon. You don't understand what you've discovered. I understand perfectly. Anakin shot back, his voice shaking. You're a Sith Lord. You've been lying to me. To everyone. This whole war, it's your doing. Palpatine sighed, almost sadly. Yes. I orchestrated the war, but not out of malice, my boy. Out of necessity. Anakin's grip tightened. Necessity? The Jedi have grown arrogant. Palpatine continued, stepping forward slowly. They hoard power. They manipulate the Senate. They even forbid you from loving Padmé, don't they? Anakin's heart clenched. He said nothing. I know about her, Anakin. I've always known. And I've said nothing. Because I care about you. Palpatine's voice softened. The Jedi would cast you out if they knew. They'd take everything from you. But I would give you the power to save her, to protect her, to keep her from dying. Anakin froze. What are you talking about? You've seen it, haven't you? The visions. Padmé, in pain, dying in childbirth. Palpatine's eyes gleamed. I can teach you to stop it. The dark side holds secrets the Jedi could never offer you. Anakin's mind spun. The nightmares, the fear, the helplessness. But only if you trust me, Palpatine whispered. Only if you let go of their lies. For a long moment, Anakin stood there, torn between two paths. His lightsaber wavered. Then, he deactivated it. I'm going to the Jedi Council, Anakin said, his voice firm. They need to know. Palpatine's expression darkened. Then you've chosen your side. Anakin's speeder tore through Coruscant's sky lanes. His mind raced faster than the engines. He had to reach the temple. He had to warn the council, but deep down, something felt wrong. Palpatine had let him leave too easily. Back in the Senate building, Palpatine stood alone in his office, his face twisted into a sneer. The mask was gone. The game was over. He activated a secure holocom. A hologram flickered to life Commander Cody, standing on a distant battlefield. My lord? Cody's voice was steady, emotionless. Execute Order 66, Palpatine commanded coldly. Cody's eyes glazed over for a split second. Then he nodded. Yes, my lord. The transmission ended. Across the galaxy, the same message echoed through every clone battalion. On Kashyyyk, on Felucia, on Megiddo. On Cato Nemoidia, Commander Gree turned his blaster on Luminara Unduli. Commander Bly opened fire on Aayla Secura. Commander Bakara gunned down Kiadi Mundi without hesitation. The Jedi didn't see it coming. They'd fought beside these clones for years, trusted them, bled with them, and now they were dying by their hands. At the Jedi Temple, Master Yoda staggered, clutching his chest. The Force screamed in agony, thousands of lights snuffed out in an instant. Master Yoda. A young Padawan rushed to his side. "What's happening?" Yoda's eyes filled with sorrow. "Betrayed. The Jedi have been." Alarms blared throughout the temple. Mace Windu ignited his lightsaber, barking orders. "Lock down the entrances! Recall all Jedi immediately!" But it was already too late. Outside the temple gates, entire battalions of clone troopers marched forward, rifles raised. ATTEs rolled into position. Gunships circled overhead. And at the front of the army stood Anakin Skywalker, his speeder landing just meters away. He looked up at the clones, then at the temple. His heart dropped. No, the clones raised their rifles. Anakin stood frozen between them and the temple. His hand hovered over his lightsaber. One choice, one moment, everything balanced on the edge. A clone commander stepped forward. "General Skywalker, step aside. We have orders." Anakin's jaw tightened. He thought of Palpatine's words, the promises, the power. But then he thought of Obi-Wan, of Ahsoka, of every Jedi who'd ever believed in him. He ignited his blue lightsaber. No. The clones hesitated, confused. Their programming clashed with years of loyalty to their general. "Stand down!" Anakin commanded, his voice firm. "That's an order." The commander's finger twitched on the trigger. "Our orders come from the Supreme Chancellor." Anakin's eyes blazed. "Your Supreme Chancellor is a Sith Lord." Before the clones could react, Anakin turned and sprinted up the temple steps. Blaster fire erupted behind him, bolts slamming into the stone. He deflected 2 shots, then dove through the entrance as the doors sealed shut. Inside, chaos reigned. Jedi scrambled to defensive positions. Younglings were rushed to the inner sanctums. And in the center of it all stood Mace Windu, his face carved from stone. "Skywalker," Mace barked. "What's happening out there?" Anakin sprinted toward him, breathless. "Master Windu, it's Palpatine. He's Sidious. He's the Sith Lord we've been looking for." The room went silent. Mace's eyes narrowed. "Are you certain? I saw the proof myself," Anakin said urgently. "He activated Order 66 early. The clones are turning on us right now. Jedi across the galaxy are dying." Mace's expression darkened. He looked to Kit Fisto, Agent Kolar, and Saesee Tiin. They nodded grimly. "Then we end this," Mace said, igniting his purple blade. "Now." Anakin stepped forward. "I'm coming with you." Mace studied him for a long moment, then nodded. "Let's finish it." The gunship cut through Coruscant's skyline like a blade. Inside, Mace Windu sat in silence, his mind focused. Beside him, Kit Fisto, Agent Kolar, and Saesee Tiin checked their lightsabers, and across from them, Anakin Skywalker, his face set with grim determination. "Stay sharp," Mace warned. "Sidious is the most dangerous enemy we've ever faced. No hesitation, no mercy." Anakin nodded. His heart pounded, but his resolve was clear. This ended tonight. The gunship landed outside the Senate building. The Jedi moved fast, cutting through the empty corridors. Clone troopers stationed nearby turned to intercept, but Anakin raised his hand. "Stand down," he ordered. "We're acting on the authority of the Jedi Council." The clones hesitated, then lowered their weapons. Confusion rippled through their ranks. Their orders conflicted, and in that moment of doubt, the Jedi slipped past. They reached Palpatine's office. The doors slid open. The Chancellor stood calmly at the window, hands folded behind his back. He didn't turn around. "Master Windu," Palpatine said softly, "I've been expecting you." Mace ignited his lightsaber. The others followed. Purple, green, blue, and green blades hummed in the dim light. "It's over, Sidious," Mace said coldly. "You're under arrest." Palpatine turned slowly. "Tan." His face was calm. Too calm. "Arrest?" He chuckled darkly. "You truly believe you have that power?" "We have the truth," Anakin said, stepping forward. "And the Jedi will expose you." Palpatine's smile faded. His eyes turned cold. "Yellow. The Jedi are already dead, young Skywalker. Across the galaxy, my clones are executing them as we speak. And soon, you will join them." He raised his hands. Lightning exploded from his fingertips. The trap had been sprung. The lightning hit like a tidal wave. Agent Kolar raised his lightsaber to block, but the raw power tore through his defenses. He screamed, convulsing, and collapsed, dead before he hit the floor. Palpatine lunged forward, but Palpatine moved like a shadow. A crimson blade ignited in his hand, a lightsaber hidden beneath his robes. One strike, clean, precise. Teen fell. Two Jedi Masters, gone in seconds. Kit Fisto and Mace Windu pressed the attack, their blades clashing against Palpatine's in a blur of light. Anakin joined them, his blue saber weaving through the storm. But Palpatine was fast, impossibly fast. "You cannot win." Palpatine snarled, his voice twisted with rage. "The dark side is stronger than you could ever imagine." He thrust his hand forward. The Force slammed into Kit Fisto, hurling him across the room. He crashed through the window, disappearing into the Coruscant night. Anakin's heart raced. This was nothing like the visions, nothing like the training. Palpatine was a monster. Across the city, the Jedi Temple shook. Clone troopers poured through the shattered gates, their rifles blazing. Jedi Knights fought desperately to hold the line. Younglings screamed as masters rushed them into the archives. Explosions rocked the halls, smoke filled the air. Yoda stood at the heart of the temple, his eyes closed, reaching out through the Force. He could feel Mace, Anakin, the battle raging in the Senate, but he could also feel the temple dying. "Master Yoda," a Padawan cried. "We're losing the East Wing." Yoda's ears drooped. A choice he had to make. Back in Palpatine's office, Anakin's comlink buzzed. A desperate voice crackled through. "Skywalker! The temple is under siege! We need you now!" Anakin's eyes widened. He looked at Mace, then at Palpatine. He couldn't be in both places. Anakin's hand trembled over his comlink. Mace Windu was holding Palpatine back barely. Lightning crackled, blades clashed. The office was a war zone. But Anakin couldn't do this alone. He needed help. He needed him. "Obi-Wan!" Anakin shouted into the comlink. "I need you! Now!" Static. Then a familiar voice, confused and breathless. "Anakin? What's wrong? I'm in the middle of Palpatine is Darth Sidious." Anakin cut him off. "Order 66 is happening! The clones are killing the Jedi! I'm at the Senate building with Master Windu, but we can't hold him much longer." Silence. Then, "I'm on my way." On Utapau, Obi-Wan Kenobi deactivated his lightsaber mid-duel with General Grievous. The cyborg lunged forward, but Obi-Wan was already moving. He leapt onto a nearby Varactyl, racing toward his starfighter. "Commander Cody," Obi-Wan called out. "Hold the line. I have an emergency on Coruscant." Cody raised his rifle, then hesitated. His chip activated. His orders were clear. But Obi-Wan was already gone, vanishing into the sky, before the programming could take hold. Back on Coruscant, the doors to Palpatine's office exploded inward. Obi-Wan Kenobi stepped through the smoke, his blue lightsaber ignited. His eyes locked onto Palpatine, then onto Anakin. Relief flooded through him. "Master," Anakin said, breathless. "Thank the Force." Palpatine's face twisted with rage. "Kenobi, of course. The meddling fool who held my apprentice back." "Your apprentice?" Obi-Wan's voice was ice. "Anakin was never yours," Palpatine sneered. "We'll see about that." He raised both hands. Dark energy surged through the room. The walls cracked, the floor buckled. Mace, Anakin, and Obi-Wan stood side by side, lightsabers raised. The true battle had just begun. The room was in ruins. Mace Windu lay against the wall, his shoulder burned, his lightsaber just out of reach. Obi-Wan struggled to his feet, blood trickling from his forehead. And in the center of it all stood Palpatine, breathing hard, his eyes blazing yellow. But Anakin Skywalker still stood. "You cannot win, boy!" Palpatine hissed. "You are strong, but not strong enough. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy. Save Padmé, end this war, bring true peace." Anakin's chest heaved. His hands shook. The dark side whispered to him, offering power, promising answers. He could feel it, the pull, the temptation. But then he looked at Obi-Wan, his master, his brother, the man who'd never given up on him. And he remembered Ahsoka, Padmé, the Jedi who'd believed in him. "No," Anakin said, his voice steady. "I'm not your weapon. I'm not your apprentice. I'm a Jedi." Palpatine's face twisted with fury. "Then you will die like one." He thrust both hands forward. A torrent of Force lightning erupted, more powerful than anything before. Anakin raised his lightsaber, catching the blast. The energy crackled and roared, pushing him back step by step. His muscles screamed, his vision blurred, but he held firm. "Anakin!" Obi-Wan shouted, forcing himself upright. He reached out through the Force, lending his strength. Mace did the same, gritting his teeth through the pain. Together, the three Jedi pushed back. Anakin stepped forward, then another step. The lightning bent toward Palpatine. "No!" Palpatine screamed. "This isn't possible!" Anakin roared, channeling everything he had, all his fear, his anger, his love, into the light. The lightning rebounded. Palpatine shrieked as his own power consumed him. And then, silence. The Sith Lord fell. The prophecy was fulfilled. The room was in ruins. Furniture lay shattered across the floor. The walls were scorched black from lightning strikes. Windows had been blown out, and the cold Coruscant wind howled through the office like the screams of the dying. Mace Windu lay slumped against the wall, his shoulder burned and smoking, his lightsaber just out of reach. His breathing was labored. Every movement sent pain shooting through his body. But his eyes were still sharp, still watching. Obi-Wan Kenobi struggled to his feet, blood trickling from a gash on his forehead. His robes were torn. His body ached. He'd been thrown across the room twice already, slammed into walls with the raw power of the dark side. But he refused to stay down. And in the center of it all stood Palpatine, the Supreme Chancellor. The kindly politician, the trusted advisor. That mask was gone now, completely shattered. What remained was Darth Sidious, the Dark Lord of the Sith. His face was twisted with rage, his yellow eyes burning like twin suns. Dark veins crawled across his skin. His breathing was heavy, but his power was still immense. But Anakin Skywalker still stood, battered, bruised, exhausted, but standing. His blue lightsaber hummed in his hand, the blade steady despite the trembling in his arms. Sweat dripped down his face. His chest heaved with every breath, but his eyes were locked on Palpatine. "You cannot win, boy," Palpatine hissed, his voice like poison. "You are strong, yes. Stronger than I anticipated, but not strong enough. Not without me." He took a step forward, his crimson blade igniting once more. "I made you what you are, Anakin. I saw your potential when the Jedi only saw fear. I guided you, shaped you. Without me, you are nothing." Anakin said nothing. His jaw tightened. Palpatine's voice softened, but the menace remained. "Join me. It's not too late. Together, we can end this war. We can bring order to the galaxy. We can save Padmé. I can teach you the power to keep her from dying. Isn't that what you want? To protect the ones you love?" Anakin's hands shook. The words cut deep. The visions, the nightmares. Padmé's face, twisted in pain, her voice calling out for him. The dark side whispered. It offered answers, power, control, a way to stop the pain. But then he looked at Obi-Wan, his master, his brother, the man who'd trained him, who'd fought beside him, who'd never given up on him, even when Anakin had doubted himself. And he remembered a